Hey everybody, welcome to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your question, helps you in a pinch, and also hopes you didn't forget Valentine's Day yesterday, and you had a good one if you did remember. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and yeah, if you did miss out yesterday, you are in trouble. Fortunately, roses are probably on sale this week and you can go pick some up, but if not, I hope you had a good one. I am actually up here in Napa, California this week. I like to give you guys an update of where I'm at. Yeah, Napa this week, so the Bay Area, San Francisco, and then heading to Fresno this coming weekend for that Operation Uprising 2 game. If you guys haven't signed up for that, I think there's a few days left. Go check out Facebook, type in Uprising 2, find the event, Airsoft, put those words in your search term, and then there's a way to sign up. It's like $60, I think. It's incredibly cheap for a 24-hour milsim op over at Hill 559. Also, do have something for you here. Shameless self-promotion, inbound patches. Don't forget, over at airsoftology.com/store, I have patches for sale. These are the new PVC ones. These are $10 each. They're shipped anywhere in the world, so that's including shipping. So guys, check it out. I have a link, of course, as always, down there in the description that take you right over to the store. And oh my goodness, I want to say a massive thanks to each and every single one of you guys that have watched this channel, ever watched it, spend every moment here, or just come cruising by, for nominating me and voting me as the best Airsoft video and podcast channel on the Popular Airsoft 6 Annual Awards. I seriously cannot believe it. I was up against some incredibly awesome competition. I mean, some really heavy hitters in this industry, and I am beyond humbled to take this award. You guys are so freaking awesome. And with all of that, the shameless promotion and the humble thanks, we're going to jump into what you're really here for, and that is your questions. One Star 268 writes, how do you properly size a plate carrier, shoulder straps, and cummerbund? JPC would be most helpful, but any would help. Thanks, Jonathan. Deciding you actually have the right size carrier. Most of them in the airsoft world you're gonna find are gonna be floating somewhere between the medium and the large. Now, the size of the plate carrier doesn't mean that's the shirt size you wear. It's the size of the plate. And I'm kind of cropped tight here, so I'm gonna try to show you. So it's measured from your collarbone. So right here, your kind of clavicle area, whatever. So the top of that to like your belly button is kind of what you're looking at for your plate. For plate sizing, there's a lot of good resources. Just go to Google and type in, how do I size a ceramic plate or army military plate or something like that. You'll find some good resources to show you how to do it. Typically, if you're like under 6 foot, you're probably gonna be like a medium plate. If you're like 6 foot or over, you're probably gonna be a large, and then you can even get bigger than that. I kind of float in between. I usually lean toward the large because I've got a long distance between here and down on my belly button. But yeah, aside from that, not sizing that, but actually getting it on, the important thing is setting your shoulder pads so the plate carrier in the front rides right here. So find your collarbone with your fingers, like mine is right there, and that's where the top of your plate carrier should sit. So that ceramic plate or your fake plate or whatever you have inside of it should be right here to be set up right. And that's the real secret. Aside from that, everything else is gonna set on down. As for cummerbund, make sure you have the plates inside before you go sizing everything down and getting it all cinched up in the back, because you have to lace it like a corset typically in a lot of those cummerbunds. Once you have it set up with the plates in, then you'll know it's comfortable. Give yourself a little room. Make sure the mags are in. Make sure everything's in your plate carrier. It does change the way it fits. So yeah, just a couple quick tips to let you know how to size that plate carrier to get it fit in. And again, a little try and error, but that should get you right on the way. Scarecrow Airsoft writes, hey Jonathan, I have a two-parter for you. My team runs Baofeng UV5Rs, and we're looking for a good headset or earpiece that won't break the bank. Any suggestions? We're currently running the Baofeng Push-to-Talks, and those work for milsim games. Or do you think the speaker will give us away even at a lower volume? Summer's our first milsim using the Baofengs. Any help would be great. So for me, I do run a speaker mic. I'm not a big fan. I have the Baofeng speaker mics, and they're incredibly cheap. They're like $6 or $7. You can buy them like in pairs for like $12. They're really affordable, but with affordability, you kind of sacrifice audio quality. And it's not just the sound of the audio coming out of them, but it's the microphone picking you up. It's a little tin canny, and it can kind of be a pain. So what I do recommend, I'm a huge fan of Code Red headsets, their speaker mic. The mic inside of that to pick up your voice is incredible. Now, it does kind of give you away. There have been a few times where I've been playing, especially indoors, like in mount facilities, like, you know, built with cinder blocks, where I've been wanting to turn that volume down. I'm trying to fumble to get my radio, especially if it's like on my back or something. So I will usually just put my hand like over the actual speaker mic, and I can still run one-handed on those moments, or just turn the radio down on the dial. I've never really had a problem where it did give me away. I was worried about it, but most people aren't that situationally aware. There you go, I actually said it right. Aware of their surroundings with that. I would say the earpieces work pretty well. What I do like about their speaker mic is it does have an external earpiece. You can add that on, run it to your ear, and be good to go. Or if you got like some headsets, if you go really expensive with the Peltors, or even like the affordable Howard Lights, the hear-through ones that have the little plug where you can plug in an MP3 player, you can actually plug out of the speaker mic up into your headset, and then no one can hear you because it turns off the audio here and that, but then you can press the button here and still talk into the mic. That part works. So that's usually a good solution for me on those. And just make sure you do pick up, if you're going to be doing a lot of stuff in dense woods or really heavy buildings, invest in the larger battery because it will drain down quicker than you think it will, especially for a long event, and then the good antenna. I think the company's called Youngoo. I will put a link in the description here over to the antenna that I use. There's some copycats and counterfeits out there. The one I use is the original. It's pretty affordable. I think it's under 20 bucks. Don't quote me, but I'll have a link. They'll take you over to the site to go pick up one of those if you guys want that antenna. But all that around does help you out if you kind of want to get that whole setup with your speaker mic. LCD writes, "Hey Jonathan, it's me, and I was wondering about jobs in the airsoft department. Yeah, like how would a regular guy get into like the tech of airsoft, or what kind of skills and degrees would he need? Thanks, LCD." So if you want to go work for a local shop, it is going to be all about your trade skills. Remember, being a tech is a trade skill. Whether you fix computers, whether you fix airsoft guns or air conditioners or whatever, it is about that hands-on experience. And unfortunately, working on 8 or 10 or even 15 or 20 guns in your lifetime isn't going to be enough experience to really get you that gig. You're going to want to pay attention and get your hands on everything you possibly can. So start investing in boneyard guns, start volunteering your time at these shops. Go in and say, hey, look, I'd love to do an internship program with you. Let me spend some time with you, because it is a trade skill. You're going to need to get that on-the-job training, knowing that this certain version of this JGM4 has a really weird thing going on inside. You need to do this. Those are the really things that you're only going to learn with that experience. Now, if you want to go work for a larger company, let's say like a G&G or something like that, KWA, KSC, Crytac, any of the major companies in the tech world, you're going to need some real good experience, and you're definitely going to want to have that college degree. I mean, that's not something you're going to walk out with just a high school diploma and be able to grab. Most of the companies I know at that level are looking for college grads because it's very much a corporate environment. It doesn't have to be in tech. Obviously, you can't go to school for airsoft, but getting a degree in business will round you out perfectly for no matter what field you want to go into. But keep in mind, with those, you're typically going to get better pay than you will at your local shop. Local shop is kind of your part-time job, full-time job, but still, it's a job. With the bigger companies, it's a career. But when you move up to that level, or even like, let's say the tech at like a major retailer, like your GIs, Evics, and those guys, you're going to have to really bring your skills over, bring that experience, show the experience at a smaller shop, and then of course have the credentials to back it up. Well guys, that's it for questions this week, which means it's time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one comes from MHS Productions. It's the 75th Ranger Battalion, and it's called Adapt. It is an incredibly motivating video. It's very short, 4 or 5 minutes long, but amazing nonetheless. This one really kind of hits you, and if you guys are thinking about signing up for the military, if you did serve, or anything in between, you just love to play airsoft, this is definitely one you're going to want to check out. MHS Productions puts out some really, really good stuff. There's actually some other good videos they have on their channel, so if you're over there, just watch this one and then kind of click through a few others. I think I may have brought them up a handful of months ago here on a Monday's video, but this one, again, I keep them on that subscribe list because they put out such amazing stuff. So again, it's the 75th Ranger Battalion, it's Adapt, and it's link for it is in the description below. Well guys, that's it for this week, and until next week, I will see you out there in the airsoft field. Go out and have some fun, play some airsoft, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.